Hey guys, Ice Hog here. How's it going? So I decided to play a little bit of this paladin here and show off a comparison between grief and death cleaver. This cleaver was given to me a few weeks back by a subscriber who I think, found it in a game where we were doing a Chaos Sanctuary clear. And he just gave it to me and it was unidentified. So I ID'd this damn thing, and it's not a bad roll as far as I understand. And this grief is a freaking hog of a sword, man. Look at this. 398 damage. 2 off from perfect in terms of its damage modifier. Decent attack speed, poison damage, and all that shit. But here's the gear he's wearing. Drax, Ravenfrost, for dungos, a nice GG dual each ring, Gore Rider, HOZ with the Topaz, High Lords, and a Crown of Ages for style points. Man, this Crown of Ages just sucks up so much frickin' strength here that, I lose out on having a nice life base. Because I have to have the strength so high. And I didn't respec him yet, so I need to respec this guy sometime. But it's just hard to decide if I want to build him around being able to utilize Crown of Ages, or should I just say screw it? Because that 174 strength rating there is really high demanding, don't you guys think? And good old T-Might as well. And I won this Tyrael's Might in a duel several months ago during this ladder. A homie of mine who I haven't seen on in a long time, man. Colin. Yeah, so if you're watching Colin, peace be with you, bro. Hit me up sometime, man. Are you going to be playing this coming ladder? But yeah, he threw that thing down in a duel. And a guy that knew him and myself, we decided to fight for it. So Colin just threw that damn thing down and said, whoever wins can have it. But yeah, as you can see here, I mean, grief is just a hog, man. What else is there to say? He's just beating the shit out of these monsters with it. Nearly one-hitting everything. It's pretty impressive. But I was actually quite surprised with how effective Death Cleaver can be. See that? There was that unique boss right there, and it slapped the shit out of him in like 2 hits. Look at Grief, dude. Grief is such a hog. And as you can see here, the on-screen damage, it doesn't actually display properly is the problem. You see, let's ID this thing real quick. Look at this. A Warcry's Etnex. As for this hog. Huh. But as far as I understand it, check it out. With Fanaticism, that's 441% damage. And then, of course, there are other modifiers like this here. Damage 312. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 100. And 50 damage right there. 750%. Now the problem is with this grief, that 750% doesn't actually apply to that 398 on screen here. It does actually apply in reality because you're outputting that amount of damage, but it doesn't display it on screen. You see? So you could do like 400 damage plus, 750% or whatever. So it's going to scale tremendously. And these are core numbers you're dealing with. That 398. It's core damage. That's non-modified damage. You know what I mean? No diminishing returns with that. So when you start adding multipliers to that, it just shoots way up, bruh. That's why that grief modifier damage is so godly. But check this out. Now actually the on-screen damage is going to be a lot more with this. See? 3,000 some. But my damage output isn't going to be nearly as high. It's still going to be pretty high though. He's going to really kick some. Here, we'll go to the Chaos Sanctuary. Or at least the River of Flame. Where you get a lot of consistency with the monsters. Yeah, we'll just do the River of Flame. Here's these bugs, for example. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Took like 4 or 5 hits per bug, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then these guys. Oh, Decrepify just cast, so that's going to really screw things up. But it's off now on some of them. So watch this now. Boom, 2 hits. A few hits on these guys. So grief, and here's the bug again. It's actually pretty close, bro. You see that? It's actually pretty close. Yeah, man, Death Cleaver is frickin' GG, man. Here's another big ass bug. And we'll go back to Cleaver now. Okay, so it's taken more. It's definitely taken more hits to kill him with Death Cleaver. But nonetheless, Death Cleaver is not bad. So if you find one of those in game, like at the start of a ladder or whatever, you're just starting to hit up hell games, you can really beat some ass with it, man. Look at how he's tearing the shit out of these guys with it. Not bad. There's the bug. And these guys. Okay, so like 10 frickin' hits, but they're fast as hell, the hits. Okay, you see how quickly Grief ripped the shit out of that? Now here's minions, so they're going to have more life than your average one. Right, here's that Herder. Oh, there's a physical immune right there. Yeah, Iceman's going to... Paladin's going to get his ass beat by this physical immune. Maybe we'll go to the Chaos Sanctuary. Grief's a hog. No, there's no doubt about that. But of course, if you have more multiplying damage effects on your gear, you know, like 40% enhanced damage jewels in your helm, stuff like that, those are going to favor Grief, because you're dealing with that core damage where there'll be less diminishing returns as there are with, like, the freaking Death Cleaver, for example, because the base damage on this is already multiplied by 256%, you see? And the base damage is far less than what you get with Grief. This guy's physical immune. That's one problem with the Zealer. The physical immunes, man, are a real bitch to deal with. Is that a hog of a bow? No, it's a piece of shit. It's a piece of shit. That's official. But look at that. Dude, Death Cleaver rocks. Death Cleaver, I'm pretty impressed, actually. And you know what's even more epic? If you find an ethereal Death Cleaver, you can pop a Zod root in that hog, and you get massive style points from that. Especially from Iceman. You'll get massive style points if you use a freaking ethereal Death Cleaver with a Zod. That would be a hog, man. And the nice thing about Death Cleaver... Okay. Okay, Paladin is winning. Doesn't matter what he uses. Okay, here's another one of these Morphines. The Paladin's a hog. Yeah, Death Cleaver offers a really high critical strike. Deadly strike. 66%, right? Yeah, it's 66. 70, 80, 96, 98% with those two. And of course, you could get this amulet up to 34, so that'll be 100% deadly strike with only High Lords, bruh. Oh shit, look at this, and I have Gores on. And then you wouldn't even need Gores for the deadly strike. But yeah. Easily achievable, 100% deadly strike, man. And that's what he's doing right now. It's 100% deadly strike. So effectively, every hit is actually doing double damage. That's why he's such a hog. And imagine how it would be if this Death Cleaver were ethereal. because then the base damage would be increased by 50%, and that'll be scaled up. I mean, it would be a hog. It would be a hog. Now, Iceman is going to be playing this upcoming ladder. December 7th. He's going to take me his time, okay? You won't be seeing Iceman with an Infinity or any of that shit. No Enigma. Probably not at all this entire ladder, man. I'm not going to take gifts from nobody. Unless if we're in the same game playing and some shit drops and they say, hey, you can have it. Iceman, you know, maybe I'll take it then. But I'm not going to be taking shit where people join up and just give Iceman handouts, you know? Because I did that a little bit here and there. Last ladder, this ladder. And of course the game is all about finding the GG, man. So you gotta... It's all about the journey. So in order to elongate that experience, the journey, you have to not take handouts. So that's my plan, alright? This ladder. There's no handouts. I'm going to be playing the assassin, I think. This is going to be my start character. Sometimes I think I'll just have one character on ladder reset, but I always end up making all of them. It might not be the case this ladder, though, but yeah, I'm going to start out with the assassin, bro. And for now, that'll be my only character. Of course, some people, they make smiters at the beginning of the ladder because those torches go for a hell load at the beginning. Oh, 6-socketed phase blade for last wish. If that were superior, I'd definitely hang on to it, but it's not. But what do you guys think about this comparison between these two hogs? I mean, imagine a death cleaver that's ethereal, man. It'd be swinging fast as shit. It's impressive. I can't believe how well it performs. Can you? Yeah, and this one doesn't even have anything in a socket. Not even a socket itself. You Larza quest these things. And you put a Zod in it. Dude, that thing would be such a hog. In fact, one of my favorite areas to run is the pit. So let's go take a look. Not in the pit necessarily, but let's just see like these little monsters around by the pit. Bet you'll be one-shotting these hogs like crazy with this death cleaver. 1-2 in them at least. Have you guys ever experimented much with death cleaver? Shit. And it just looks cool. It's an axe. And it's just a unique, you know? It's not even a rune word. And just how GG it can be. You know, one shot on all these hogs. That is amazing. Let's try some grief again. That is amazing, bruh. I'm pretty impressed, actually. I remember it being a nice weapon. So even with grief here, I'm not one-shotting like everything. I mean, nearly. Of course, the pit is 85. Out here is far less. Oh, here we go. There's a few uniques. Small charm? Damn. Some nice drops, bruh. Not right in the stats, though, unfortunately. Okay, let's try this again. Mark just slaughtered that boss there. Immune to physical, so that one doesn't count. These ones are a bitch. You need passion on Switch, I think. I haven't tried that yet, but I was planning on trying that out, making a video. Passion runeward gives you Berserk from Barbarian. And Barbarian just 1-point Berserk, man. It just wastes physical immune. So I imagine with the Paladin, I mean, it's gotta perform similarly. But anyway, there's the pit. I appreciate you guys for watching the video, and my channel has been growing like crazy, man. So Thanks for helping it get there. And my patrons as well, who support me, willing to give me, you know, a monies a month or whatever the donation is, man. I appreciate that. And if you guys want to become a patron, those of you who are not, you can click the link in the description below. Like I said, just one monies a month helps even, man. So, really appreciate you guys. Shit, which is better, man? Which is better, bruh? And let me know in the comments, which of these two weapons do you prefer? I mean, Grief is obviously the easy winner, I think. But the fact that Death Cleaver is far less expensive, and you get style points for using it, counts for a lot, I think. Look at that hog. And I'm not even wearing Fortitude, you know? You could pop on a Fortitude and use Death Cleaver, Death Cleaver. That would be godly, man. I'd love to see that. Look at this. One shot on these hogs. Here's some champions. Ooh, Death Cleaver obliterates them. Oh my goodness. Alright. That was impressive. Oh, and it's broken. Shit. Yeah, that's the benefit in getting the one that's ethereal with a Zod, is you don't gotta worry about it breaking. The Zealers just swing so fast. If it's not an indestructible item, it's gonna break quite often, man. With the Zealer, that's the downside. But yeah, the good thing is, Death, its best state is when it's ethereal anyway. So that works out just fine. And you get style points from popping a Zod in that thing. Shit. But more videos to come. Thank you for watching. Peace be with ye.